According to an exclusive Wall Street Journal report, senior U.S. officials are now saying Russia is recruiting Syrians to help fight in the war in Ukraine. Moscow reportedly looking for help from foreign fighters to take down Kyiv. Joining us now, the president of the London Center for Policy Research, former national security advisor in the Trump administration, Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer. Lieutenant Colonel, thank you for being here with us. What do you make of that? What do you make of Syria and that ask for help from them? Does it mean that the Russian military is losing strength? What is that?
So I think two things are at play. First, Putin led with a traditional send in your second string and see how well they do. Remember, the Russians are completely inhumane when it comes to their own losses. So when you see all this targeting of civilians, it's within their playbook. The Syrian aspect of this is not different than bringing in the Chechens, for example. They've had Chechnyan units in there as special operations doing things. So this, to me, is simply a continuation of the policy to use whatever's available. Putin has yet to use his best forces in a concerted way. Yeah, there's been some special operations involved, but he's not used his best aircraft. Arguably, he's been sending in what I would say well-trained but not first-line armor units. And clearly he did not take seriously the logistics issue. So I would argue he thought it'd be over quicker than he thought. He thought he could use inferior forces. It's more difficult than he thought.
And admittedly, Lieutenant Colonel, it's very difficult to get accurate numbers in a war. You know that. But
absolutely.
We're hearing that 1,000 Russian soldiers are being lost per day. Many of them were told that they weren't going to go kill civilians, that they were going to go open fire. And we saw that explosion that just happened in the lead up here. Ukraine's never had a great centralized command, though, in this. So is that a blessing in disguise? We'll talk about some of the logistics for Putin right now and where we're at.
So some of the best battles in history were won because there was no centralized control. Midway, for example, we had waves of fighters coming in that turned out to be one of the greatest defeats of Japan ever. With that said, this may or may not be a blessing for Ukraine. The diffusion of control and forces makes it more difficult for the Russians to go and take out centers of gravity. That's no doubt. With that said, you can't marshal rapidly response forces. You can't get your forces together and go do something. So at this point, from what I'm seeing, the Russians are much better organized, but that organization does not benefit them much if it's like punching a cloud. You can't quite get a strong blow right on military force. And I think maybe that's why you see the targeting of civilians. It's almost out of frustration by the Russian forces.
Let's talk more about that, because how do you win a war? How do you ultimately get the other side to back down, to give up? It's through strength. It's through fear. There's talk of public executions in Ukraine, right, for people who put up a fight. And is it likely that we'll see more large-scale artillery attacks, just like what you were just saying, if Putin starts to run out of options?
He's put the nuclear option on the table. That's a sign of a desperate man. But I think he's serious. Don't take my saying that as dismissive, saying I think he's mad enough to do it. The desperation issue regarding going after civilians has never worked. Look at, I mean, this is where Putin misses what happened during World War II with the Nazis, with the Germans. The Russians paid in blood with all sorts of atrocities done by the Germans, especially Stalingrad. I mean, anybody who studies that battle recognizes that the population, civilians, just wouldn't give up. So I would argue, Putin, I think, is going to grind down the Ukrainian military. He may end up with a military victory, but I don't believe for a minute the Ukrainian people are going to be cowed into this. And plus, this opens the door for war crimes.
Lieutenant
One of the things did...
Real quick, because we have about 10, 15 seconds left.
Sorry.
You've been in President Trump's ear. If you're in President Biden's ear, what are you saying to him right now?
Get ahead of Putin, shut off their oil, and take seriously shutting him down. You got to get ahead of Putin.
Okay. Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer, great to talk to you as always.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.